What's up, Tarnished? Get ready to dive into the most electrifying updates shaking up the world right now. The news cycle never sleeps, and neither do we, bringing you the absolute must-knows that you won't want to miss. We're talking about passion projects that defy expectations, groundbreaking creative endeavors, and artistic visions that push the boundaries. Plus, we've got a stunning visual tribute that's capturing imaginations worldwide. Buckle up because this is Tarnished Tales, and we're kicking things off with a bang. First up, we're delving into the incredible dedication behind a major creative project. Imagine pouring your heart and soul into a vision, crafting extensive scripts and visual references, and then making a transcontinental journey just to pitch your idea to the game's creators. This is exactly what one visionary director did, showcasing a level of commitment that's truly inspiring and hinting at something massive on the horizon. Next, we're exploring how beloved digital worlds are being translated into new mediums, with one iconic game's adaptation sparking major buzz. We'll uncover the intense process, the creative risks, and the collaborative spirit involved in bringing a massive fantasy realm to life, and how a legendary game designer's personal touch is shaping this ambitious endeavor. And finally, we're witnessing a breathtaking visual spectacle that's blending art and innovation. Prepare to be amazed by a meticulously crafted tribute to a celebrated fantasy world, built with incredible detail and telling a compelling story through its very structure. Don't go anywhere, and make sure you're subscribed and have that notification bell on so you never miss an update. Filmmaker's epic pitch demands attention. This story is about the sheer passion and extraordinary lengths filmmaker Alex Garland went to in order to secure the rights and creative vision for a film adaptation of the critically acclaimed video game, Elden Ring. It highlights a level of dedication rarely seen in Hollywood, where Garland didn't just take on a project. He actively pursued it with an intensity that involved generating extensive, unsolicited material and personally presenting it to the game's creators. Garland, known for his thought-provoking and often intense films like Annihilation and Civil War, embarked on a mission to bring the sprawling, intricate world of Elden Ring to the big screen. The process began with Garland reaching out to A24, the independent film studio that would eventually back the project. He reportedly called the head of film at A24, Noah Sacco, to express his fervent desire to make an Elden Ring movie. Sacco, upon seeing the game's visuals, was immediately captivated, comparing its fantasy setting to The Lord of the Rings and giving his enthusiastic assent with a resounding, "Fuck yeah." This initial spark quickly ignited Garland's creative drive. What followed was an extraordinary display of commitment. Garland proceeded to write a staggering 160-page script on spec, meaning he wrote it without being officially commissioned to do so. This wasn't just a rough outline. It was a fully realized screenplay intended to capture the essence of the Elden Ring universe. To further solidify his vision and ensure he had the buy-in from the source material's creators, Garland also compiled an additional 40 pages of visual references. These materials were not merely digital files, they were part of a meticulously prepared pitch. Garland then took this comprehensive package and flew to Japan to present it directly to Hidetaka Miyazaki, the president of From Software and the visionary behind Elden Ring. This in-person meeting was crucial for gaining Miyazaki's approval, a notoriously discerning figure in the gaming world. The report suggests that Garland's detailed script and visual aids were instrumental in convincing Miyazaki, marking a significant moment where the game's creator actively engaged with a Hollywood adaptation. This level of personal investment from a director is a strong indicator of the passion driving this project, suggesting that the film aims to be more than just a casual adaptation, but a true homage to the game's complex lore and atmosphere. The passion from Garland is palpable, with some noting his own deep engagement with the game, having reportedly played it multiple times. This personal connection fuels speculation about how faithfully the film will translate the game's unique blend of challenging gameplay, cryptic storytelling, and rich lore. The involvement of A24, known for its distinctive and artistically driven films, further adds to the anticipation, promising a potentially unique take on the video game movie genre. But what happens when a director's passion project gets a rare nod of approval from a legendary game designer? Get ready, because we're about to explore the incredible lengths one filmmaker went to for his dream adaptation. Director's ambitious quest for game approval. This news dives into the extraordinary dedication of director Alex Garland in his pursuit of creating a live-action film adaptation of the immensely popular video game, Elden Ring. It details the significant personal effort Garland invested, including writing a substantial script and traveling to Japan to personally pitch his vision to Hidetaka Miyazaki, the game's renowned creator and president of From Software. This proactive approach underscores Garland's deep admiration for the game and his commitment to ensuring the film honors its source material. The narrative highlights that this endeavor was initiated by Garland himself, who, after becoming deeply engrossed in the game, even admitting to being on his 7th playthrough, felt compelled to bring its world to the screen. He proactively contacted A24, the film studio that would ultimately back the project, expressing his strong desire to adapt Elden Ring. According to reports, A24's head of film, Noah Sacco, was immediately impressed by the game's visual splendor, drawing parallels to The Lord of the Rings, and gave his enthusiastic approval, stating, "Fuck yeah." This initial green light spurred Garland into action. Garland's commitment went far beyond a simple expression of interest. He undertook the task of writing a comprehensive 160-page script, a significant undertaking for a project that was not yet officially commissioned. This detailed script was complemented by an additional 40 pages of visual references, meticulously curated to convey his artistic vision for the film. The purpose of this extensive preparation was to present a compelling and thorough proposal to From Software. With his pitch materials in hand, Garland traveled to Japan to meet directly with Hidetaka Miyazaki. This meeting was crucial for securing the endorsement of the game's creator, a figure known for his meticulous attention to detail and unique artistic sensibilities. The report indicates that Garland's detailed presentation was successful, earning him Miyazaki's approval. This marks a notable instance of direct collaboration between a game's auteur and a Hollywood filmmaker, suggesting a high level of creative alignment from the outset. The article also touches upon potential casting and production details, noting that Garland is reportedly considering actor Kit Connor for a significant role. Furthermore, it mentions that A24, along with Bandai Namco, is set to produce the film, and George R.R. Martin, the author who contributed to the game's world-building, is also attached as a producer. This confluence of talent, from the director and producers to the potential cast, signals a high-profile production with significant expectations. The original Elden Ring game, released in 2022, was a monumental success, earning Game of the Year accolades and selling millions of copies. Its expansion, Shadow of the Erdtree, and upcoming multiplayer spin-off, Elden Ring Nitrain, further attest to its enduring popularity. The film adaptation represents an effort to extend this successful franchise into a new medium, with Garland's deep personal investment suggesting a potentially faithful and compelling cinematic interpretation. It's clear that passion is a driving force behind this adaptation, but what happens when that passion is backed by such a detailed and personal pitch? We're about to explore another facet of this ambitious project, uncovering more about the creative process and the minds behind it. Filmmaker's ambitious vision for Elden Ring movie. This news centers on acclaimed filmmaker Alex Garland's proactive and deeply invested approach to bringing the celebrated video game Elden Ring to the big screen. Backed by the independent studio A24, the project has gained significant momentum, notably after Garland directly pitched his concept to Hidetaka Miyazaki, the game's creator and president of From Software. This initiative showcases Garland's fervent dedication and meticulous planning, setting a high bar for the adaptation's creative integrity. The genesis of the project was detailed in a recent interview with The New Yorker, where A24 co-founder Daniel Katz recounted the initial stages. During a meeting at Garland's London residence, Garland demonstrated the game on his PlayStation, expressing his strong desire for A24 to support a film adaptation. Katz, deeply impressed by the game's breathtaking fantasy landscapes, likened them to the epic scope of The Lord of the Rings. His immediate and enthusiastic response was, in his own words, F*CK yeah, signaling A24's early commitment. To secure the crucial approval from Miyazaki, Garland undertook a substantial effort. He personally drafted a comprehensive 160-page script, which was accompanied by an additional 40 pages of visual materials. This extensive package was designed to thoroughly convey his vision for the film. Garland then traveled to Japan with Katz to present this detailed proposal directly to the developers at From Software. Reports indicate that this thorough and passionate presentation was successful in securing the necessary agreement, representing a rare instance of direct engagement between Miyazaki and a Hollywood production for an adaptation. The article also draws parallels between this project and another A24 venture, a film adaptation of Hideo Kojima's Death Stranding. Katz highlighted the shared characteristics of Miyazaki and Kojima as auteurs who infuse their games with a distinct personal artistic vision. This suggests a trend at A24 towards adapting auteur-driven games, aiming for cinematic interpretations that retain the original creator's unique sensibilities. Elden Ring, developed by From Software and published by Bandai Namco Entertainment, was released in 2022 and achieved widespread critical acclaim and commercial success. Under the direction of Miyazaki, with significant world-building contributions from author George R.R. Martin, the action role-playing game transported players to the expansive and mysterious lands between. Its popularity was further cemented by the release of the Shadow of the Erdtree expansion in 2024, which achieved over 10 million sales, and an upcoming multiplayer-focused spin-off, Elden Ring Nightrain, slated for 2025. The film adaptation signifies an expansion of the Elden Ring franchise into new media, with the central question remaining how closely Garland's creative interpretation will align with the game's intricate narrative and lore. This level of dedication from a director is truly remarkable, but what does it mean for the final product? Get ready for a stunning visual interpretation that takes inspiration from this epic game, as we transition to our next story. LEGO Masterpiece captures Elden Ring's essence. This report showcases an extraordinary LEGO creation inspired by the critically acclaimed video game Elden Ring, crafted by builder Nathan Hake. The build is a breathtaking representation of the game's iconic Erdtree, set against a vast, dark sea and an isolated island. Hake's intent was not just to replicate the game's visuals, but to evoke the concept of the Tree of Life, imbuing the structure with a sense of otherworldliness and immense natural power. The result is a visually stunning piece that captures the imagination and highlights the creative potential of translating digital worlds into physical art. The centerpiece of the build is the colossal tree, rooted precariously on the edge of a rocky precipice, giving the impression that it might topple the entire island. Hake described his aim for the island to appear untouched by human hands, yet structured in a way that suggests a phenomenon created by a higher power. This ethereal quality is further emphasized by the inclusion of detailed rocky cliffs, where the literal hands of divine beings are depicted as seemingly lifting the tree towards the heavens. This artistic choice adds a layer of narrative depth, hinting at the divine forces at play within the game's universe. Adding a narrative dimension to the build, Hake has incorporated a series of minifigure scenes that tell the story of a traveler's quest. The narrative follows a protagonist seeking the fabled tree to bring life back to a lost loved one. A small boat, dwarfed by the immense landscape, illustrates the scale of the journey, with the traveler embarking on an arduous ascent to reach the tree. This perspective shift, from the grand, distant view to the intimate, minifigure-level experience, effectively conveys the immense scale and challenge of the traveler's pilgrimage. Upon reaching the island's peak, despite the dense vegetation, an altar awaits the traveler at the base of the colossal tree. The question is posed, will the traveler's heartfelt wish be granted? This narrative element, woven into the physical structure of the LEGO build, invites viewers to engage with the story and contemplate the outcome of the traveler's quest. The build was debuted by Nathan Hake at the Christchurch Brick Show in New Zealand, where it undoubtedly captivated attendees with its detail and artistic vision. The article also includes a note about the funding of Tarnished Tales, mentioning that reader contributions and affiliate links may generate commissions that support the site. This detail, while logistical, underscores the community-driven nature of the platform, sharing these creative updates. This incredible LEGO tribute shows the power of inspiration. But what about the human stories behind the creative drive? We're about to explore the immense dedication that went into bringing a different kind of fantasy world to the screen. From epic game pitches to stunning LEGO tributes, we've covered it all. Don't miss out on the next big story. Hit that like button, subscribe for more incredible updates, ring the notification bell, drop a comment to let us know your thoughts, and follow us on all social media platforms to stay connected.